Are you struggling to come up with inspiring and creative bass lines for your recordings? Stick around in this video and I'm going to show you tips that I personally use to record my bass on different projects.
I gotta chill for a second now, 'cause the vibe's so smooth when I break it down. I'm back on the record now, like I never left. Yeah, I'm back for a second rap. Second rap. Second rap. Second rap. I gotta chill for a second now, 'cause the vibe's so smooth when I break it down. I'm back on the
Many times I get emails or calls from artists, producers, songwriters, or even other musicians, and they are working on music, recording music, and they need bass lines for their music. And I know with the whole quarantine thing going on nowadays, a lot of people are recording from home, which means us as bass players, we get hit up to record bass for other people. And a lot of times those other artists or producers, they hit me up and sometimes they have bass lines or bass players on their projects or on the song. But a lot of times they're not moved by the bass. They're not inspired, or the bass is not bringing the music to life. And they hit me up and they like, yo, there's bass on it already, but we want you to do your thing. We want you to come up with something along those lines. So the first thing I do when I get a song to record bass on is obviously listen to the song. A couple of things that I like to keep in mind when I'm listening to the music. First, I want to understand the genre that I'm recording, whether it is rock, jazz, R&B, pop, or whatever. That's going to determine the approach that I have on the song. I listen to the genre first. And the second thing I pay attention to is the mood, the emotion of the song. What kind of mood does this song put me in? Am I happy? Do I want to dance? Is it, jazzy, or is it rock? Is it aggressive or whatever? Once I have those questions answered in my head, everything that I'm going to do from that point on is going to be determined by the emotion that I was feeling of the track that was sent to me. And right now, I'm going to show you guys some examples of me using those two things that I told you that I pay attention to, which is the genre and the emotion of the song. Check it out. So I was sent this song. It's from a pop artist. And let me let you guys take a listen really quick, just so you can just get the vibe of the song.
sun is rising. I feel it as it wakes me up.
It's really ambient.
I have it in a cup of coffee.
Then it kind of goes to some, like a little
I'm
EDM,
sitting in the park,
EDM type of groove.
moving on, cause I gotta.
Okay, that's the verse. So let me let you guys hear the hook. And I've made a little note right here. I'm gonna bring in the bass on the hook. Just a personal decision that I made. I felt like when the bass comes in, it's gonna give the song a little lift to, highlight the chorus. So this is when the bass is supposed to come in.
Have to choose, so leave it all behind. The truth is not so hard to find.
And those chords are very simple. It's just C, D, B, C. That's the whole entire song. So the question I would ask myself in a situation like this, the song is very simple. So what can I do to bring this song to life? We have a simple song, simple chord progression. It's pop. Yes, I could just play whole notes. But I want to give it a little movement because it goes into this 4 on the floor thing with the kick drum. So it reminds me of, like a dance club type of EDM. It kind of puts me in that type of emotion. So I'm going to play 16th notes, 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E. But what I'm going to do, I have a little trick that I'm going to do. I'm going to really highlight the downbeat, but the 16th notes are going to be more of like ghost notes. So I'm gonna play that, for example. So instead of doing it like this, you see how all the notes are kind of like at the same velocity? What I'm going to do, I'm going to give it a little bounce. This is a little production technique. Every note does not have to be at the same velocity or the same intensity. You can switch up the velocity. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to play the same progression, but I'm going to really accentuate the downbeat. So it's going to sound like this. You know what I'm saying? So that right there automatically gives it more of a groove and more of a feeling and more of a vibe, because that's what I get when I hear this song. I hear sort of dance, sort of EDM, but emotion and vibe. That's what I get from this song. I'm going to do a little production technique as well to really accentuate those 16th notes and get it to really groove the way I want it to groove. All right, so let me record this really quick. Okay, I just recorded the bass line. And like I said, the chord progression is very simple. It's only C, D, B, C. All right. And I also did the 16th note pattern that I mentioned earlier as well. I did also a little production technique that will give the bass a little bit more movement. Because like I said, the song reminded me of an EDM pop type of vibe. And so what I did was I treated my electric bass as two things, an electric bass and also a synth bass. And I'm going to go over that with you right now. So this is what I played. You hear me? So you hear, if you hear what I'm doing, I'm playing it. I'm playing the 16th notes. I'm playing it also very dynamically. The reason why I did that was because I wanted to groove. I don't want it to stay in the same velocity. You know what I mean? I want it to groove. I want it to move a little bit more. So for me to really get that effect that I wanted, I put a little side chain compression on this. And you hear this a lot in EDM music where the pumping effect, like, is like, that type of thing. I treated my bass as a synth bass. So what I did was I put a little side chain compression on my bass to give it more of a pumping sound. So check it out. This is what I did. There it is. Yeah, so you can hear the compression. It's very aggressive, but trust me, it's gonna make sense within the context of this song. And also, I don't know why I like doing this, but I like adding a little crackle to my bass sometimes to give it more of a vibe. So this is with it. I'm gonna turn it up so you can just hear it. You hear that? A lot of crackle, but I like to just kind of ease it in a little bit to give it, like a vibe. And all of this is going to make sense within context of the song. So here's what I have.
Have to choose, so leave it all behind. The truth is not so hard to find. Know that in the end of every night.
Yeah. It's just 3 little chords, but me, adding a little bit of, effects, pumping, accentuating the 16th notes. It's moving the song now. You see what I'm saying? So when a hook comes in, which is right here, it moves the song. All right. So I wasn't done right there. I wanted to add a little bit more grit to my bass, but I didn't add like any distortion or anything like that to my bass. What I did was I doubled my bass with synth sounds. And I do this a lot when I do pop production. So, and I also added the side chain compression to my synth basses as well. So here are the synth basses. And then if I add my bass on top of that, you get this. Yeah, so you can hear the pumping, everything. So everything in context. I'm gonna take it right before the hook.
Everything I need now, I just have to choose. So leave it all behind. The truth is not so hard to find. Know that in the end of every night.
Yeah, so very simple. That's what I did. I noticed on the second verse, it kind of filters out a little bit. It kind of breaks down and he sings really intimate. He's singing very, very intimate. So what I wanted to do was I wanted to keep the pattern going, but I wanted to break it down. So check it out.
I feel it as my heart is pounding.
See how the kick drum is still going?
I see it in a starry sky. I have it when I hug my.
So the kick drum is still going. To my ears, the bass should still be going right there as well. I thought about not playing right there and just let it breathe and then come back in on the second hook. But I wanted to give it, like a different variation from the first verse. So this is what I did. I duplicated my bass right here, and I made a track called filtered bass. And all it is, it's the same bass track, but this time I have a filter on it. So I'm essentially taking out all of the highs. So this is how it sounds. Yeah. So if you're on like laptop speakers or something like that, you may not hear it. But within context of this song, it fits really well. So here it is.
I feel it as my heart is pounding. I see it in a starry sky. I have it when I hug my children. Yeah.
Yeah. So you hear how it kind of sets the vibe because the kick drum is still going and the bass is still going with the kick drum, but it's filtered out. So it kind of distinguished the verse from the hook. And all this stuff, like I said, everything that I'm doing this because this is the type of emotion that I felt when I heard the song. Everything, every move that I make, every production little trick that I do, every little thing, every EQ move, it all is in context of the song. All right. So like if you're doing certain things to make your basses, come to life, to make your bass track come to life. And if for some reason it does not move the song, it does not enhance the song, don't do those moves. Everything that you do, you want to make sure that you are doing it to enhance the music. So that goes with a studio, that goes with playing live, gigs, whatever you're doing. Your job is to make everybody else sound and play good. And in the process of you doing it, you're going to make yourself sound and play good as well. And the same thing goes with not just playing, but also when you're doing records or you're recording music, recording songs, you're recording in your bedroom or whatever it is. When you lay down the bass is supposed to bring the stuff to life. All right. So some people may disagree with me. I don't care. I agree with me. So that's all that matters. All right. One more thing that I did. So, but right before he went to the second chorus, I felt like it needed a lift for the second chorus. So this is what happened on the second chorus. So I'm going to take it from the second verse going into the second chorus.
Everything I need now, I just have to choose. So leave it all behind. Truth is.
All right. That little gap
the little break, I felt like it needed something. And this is what I did. I made a synth slide. And this is what I did. This is the slide right here. Right here. That's what I did. All right. It's just a synth slide. That's all. I just got a synth bass and I just went down the keys. And here's why I did that. On that break, I just really felt like if I did something cool right there, it would really draw your attention to, oh crap, like something is about to happen right here. So here it is in the context of the whole entire song.
Everything I need now, I just have to choose. So leave it all behind. The truth is not so hard to find. Know that in the end.
Yeah, so that was it. So this is a little example of things that I do when I'm recording for other artists, things that I do when I get tracks sent to me by other producers, other songwriters, other musicians. I always look for things to enhance the music, to enhance the song. And I guarantee you, when you look at music from that perspective, not just, oh, play bass, but also bring the music to life, you're going to get a whole lot more work. And that's what I want to do on this channel as well. Not only showcase myself and what I do, but I also want to help you guys to become better bass players, better musicians.
When you are recording, don't just listen to the drums. Listen to everything. If there's vocals, listen to the vocals. If there are keyboards, horns, guitar, listen to all of that. Produce your bass line within the grand spectrum of the whole entire song. I want to thank you guys for watching this video. This video was geared more towards people that want to produce better bass lines for tracks, whether it be for personal use, albums, projects, other artists, things of that nature. If there's anything else that you want me to cover, leave it in the comment box. Let me know how you guys record your basses. Let me know different techniques that you guys may use. If you want me to cover a certain style of music, a different type of genre, or whatever, let me know different techniques or different production tricks that you guys may use. I would love to read about it. Make sure you subscribe to the channel for future videos, and make sure you also hit that notification button as well. Thank you.